Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories that reveal the raw truths behind relationships. It was a lively Saturday evening, and we were at a gathering hosted by close friends. The house hummed with energy, laughter bouncing off the walls, glasses clinking, soft music weaving through the background. Friends formed little clusters, sipping drinks, swapping stories, cracking jokes, while the aroma of fresh hors d'oeuvres and baked treats lingered in the air. My wife moved through the crowd with her usual elegance, every gesture fluid, every smile carefully placed. But beneath that poised exterior, I noticed a flicker, something restless, mischievous, and slightly tense. It was subtle, but it suggested she carried something unsaid, a tension that had been building for weeks. We joined a circle of friends, exchanging pleasantries, when suddenly she laughed louder than anyone else. There was a playful bite to it, a hint of sarcasm, as she said, "I need a new marriage. This one's trash." Her words landed like a stone in a pond. The laughter that followed was hesitant, uneasy. Guests sensed something sharp beneath the surface, but I didn't react. I observed her instead, noting the quick flick of her eyes toward me, the tension in her posture. This wasn't a joke. It was a slip, a glimpse of feeling she'd been hiding behind charm and humor. I offered a calm, deliberate smile and said, "Glad we finally agree on something." The effect was instantaneous. The room paused for a fraction of a second. Laughter stopped, conversations faltered, and everyone exchanged glances, sensing the tension just beneath the surface. My words were light, almost casual, but they carried a subtle edge that laid bare the seriousness of her remark. What had begun as playful banter had turned into a charged moment, revealing a truth she had worked hard to conceal. Her confident mask cracked instantly. I saw in her widened eyes the brief pause before she tried to laugh, the subtle shift of her weight from foot to foot. She had expected to control the narrative, to pass off her comment with a chuckle at most. Instead, my measured reaction exposed her vulnerability. The guests leaned in slightly, curiosity piqued by the unspoken drama. As the evening continued, I maintained my composure, letting her words and movements reveal her inner state. She tried to reclaim control, laughing a little too loudly, gesturing animatedly, engaging friends in conversation. But each effort only emphasized a nervous energy beneath the surface. The single comment she made earlier sent ripples through the room. Every small hesitation, every awkward laugh, every slip in speech magnified her hidden truth. I noticed a panic building beneath her exterior. Her eyes kept darting to mine, as if seeking guidance, reassurance, or a signal that she could regain composure. The tension in her shoulders, the slight tremor in her hands, the uneven cadence of her speech all betrayed the turmoil she could not mask. My calm smile acted as a mirror, reflecting her words back at her, forcing her to face the implications she had casually revealed. The joke had become a reflection of her hidden dissatisfaction, and the room silently acknowledged it. Guests, now attuned to the subtle dynamic between us, noticed the tension. Conversations continued, but quiet awareness lingered in the air. The gathering was no longer just a festive party. It had become a stage for subtle exposure. Every glance, every nervous laugh, every attempt to redirect attention revealed the growing gap between the playful image she projected and the vulnerable truth she had inadvertently displayed. By the middle of the evening, it was clear the remark had opened a door she could not close. Every attempt to mask anxiety or regain composure was transparent. The playful persona that had carried her through the night was gone, leaving her visibly uneasy, exposed, and self-conscious. I remained calm, letting her subtle panic and slips tell the story. The truth, once hidden behind humor, now stood at the center of the room, impossible to ignore and undeniable to everyone present. I allowed deliberate pauses to settle strategically, giving her time to absorb the impact of exposure. Each quiet moment emphasized the attention she had unwittingly drawn to herself. Her nervous energy contrasted sharply with my composed demeanor, reinforcing the unspoken acknowledgement of her revelation. The subtle judgment of others, combined with my silent observation, amplified the weight of her careless joke, forcing recognition of truths she had long tried to hide. As the party wound down, she retreated to a corner, processing the consequences of her words. The carefree, playful image she had maintained was gone, replaced by the stark reality of exposure. Guests quietly wrapped up conversations, leaving space for reflection and acknowledgement of what had occurred. I hadn't raised my voice or caused a scene, yet the weight of truth had left her vulnerable, speechless, and stunned. By the time we prepared to leave, the dynamic between us had shifted irreversibly. Her casual humor had backfired, exposing dissatisfaction and intention she had hoped to keep hidden. I remained composed, silently observing as she confronted the impact of a single careless remark. The room had witnessed truths she could no longer deny, and the balance of power between us had quietly, irreversibly shifted. As we stepped into the cool night air, the silence between us spoke louder than words. Her joke had served as a catalyst, and my measured, deliberate calm had acted as a mirror, revealing hidden truths, vulnerabilities, and unspoken realities she could no longer ignore. Every carefully maintained layer of her deception had been stripped away, leaving her stunned, reflective, and fully aware. That evening marked an unforgettable turning point in our relationship. It proved that even a seemingly harmless joke, when met with calm and deliberate observation, can unveil the deepest hidden truths and forever change the balance between two people.